All right, welcome to term two. Listen, I'm fired up for this term. I think macroeconomics, which is what we're studying, is something that's so tangible and so real. You're gonna be able to see what we're doing in class, open up the news, and it's gonna be headline stuff. Right? We're amidst this COVID-19 pandemic, and you've heard all about a recession. Well, what even defines a recession? That's some of the stuff that we're going to talk about. Unemployment, GDP, inflation. The government's considering passing stimulus checks. Well, what is a stimulus check? We're going to do that in fiscal policy. We're talking about interest rates, right? All of you are going to go off and hopefully have money and put that money in a savings account. You need to know what interest rates are. Talk about who the Fed chair is, all the Treasury's nominations, Janet Yellen. So that's all stuff that we're going to cover in this class. So this unit right now, and this kind of, not this unit, but this term, it's all going to that's going to be super tangible, I think super realistic. So I'm really excited for that. With that said, I want to give you a bit of an overview of what the term's going to look like, as well as kind of what the portal looks like for you. So let's start with the term. There's going to be 3 units, all right? The first one we'll call first macro unit. That's going to be basic economic indicators. So you're understanding what GDP, unemployment, inflation, those types of things. Second unit will be about our big macro model. That's going to be aggregate demand, aggregate supply. Third unit, monetary policy. Monetary policy, you're going to be introducing some new graphs, and that'll be kind of encompassed within ADAS. So realistically, those 3 units are going to be your 3 assessments, right? There's 3 big assessments for each of those. Now, you've also seen your kind of winter country projects. That's going to be, I would say, like your 4th unit, and that'll be a trend throughout the entire 5-week term. Right, so that's the overview of where we're going. Now some logistics here on the portal page. So let's start with your home base, which is the calendar. And you can see I've already populated the calendar for the entire term, right? So this is everything that we have from the entire 5 weeks, what assignments there are, what the units are. So you'll see here, like Tuesday, we're doing asynchronous class. You will click on this. Since you are all in quarantine right now, you'll see class meeting time, the Zoom link, the homework due. That's kind of, I think, a change this time. The objectives. And this is important to say, okay, well, what should I have been able to achieve for this class? Those are your 3 objectives. Any resources. Now, I know you might be limited in printing things out, but if you want, those are the resources right there in advance of it. All right, let's say now we have an asynchronous class right here. So this is Wednesday's asynchronous class. All right, again, you'll see objectives, homework due. You'll go here. This will take you to the directions for that asynchronous lesson. Nice and easy. If you look on the calendar, everything is already shown, synchronous and asynchronous, right? So for B4, we meet synchronously on day 2. For B6, we also meet synchronously on day 2. And you see it's populated just async, sync, async, sync, all the way down the line. Say you're not sure about that, all right, go on the portal page here. You'll see the synchronous meeting time, asynchronous work when it's due. B4, 9 p.m. on the day the work is assigned. For B6, you're just due 9 a.m. on the day after the work is assigned because of the time difference. Reason why this is async work should take you 70 minutes. It should not be saved for homework because homework is something that's distinct. It's Ed Puzzles, it should be review. You see that Ed Puzzle class code, you should already be signed in. Because async work will take you longer, I want you to do it before City Hall. That way you're not kind of bottlenecking all your work. A good kind of way to think about it, Ed Puzzles will be preview for next class. Asynchronous work will be what you were supposed to have learned for that class. And I will teach class with the expectation that you got the async work done. You see homework, anytime you use a Google Doc, you see right there, use it with Gmail because Loomis doesn't have Google Classroom. Extra help, I put some of those times within in office hours on the calendar, but just email me, right? I tried to time up some office hours based on when we have an assessment, but if those times don't work or it's not enough, just shoot me an email and I'm happy to hop on Zoom and we can go through. All right. So you'll see some things on here. One thing I do want to make note of is where our units are. So our first macro unit, this is where we're at right here. This will be kind of the first unit stuff. Winter Country Project, that folder is right there, resources in there. So let's say the asynchronous work is not, the link doesn't take you on the calendar. You can go here. This is where the homework videos are. This is where the asynchronous lessons are. You see the syllabus, very quick and neat here, just the topic we're doing and the homework due. And then you'll see all this stuff will be populated here for you. And asynchronous lessons will be right here as well, which you can find. So if the calendar doesn't work, go back to this resources page and everything's right there. If it doesn't work, just shoot me an email, right? I know this is different working everything online, so just send me an email and we'll figure it out. I think that's all I got for synchronous, asynchronous, how to access the portal page and everything like that. Look, as I said, I'm really excited for this term. I think this is a lot of, I think, fun, relatable content that's going to make you a more informed citizen. And that's really what you're going to do. So you're also going to see on the portal page the Alfred Center Matrix, which is new. If you're a GFC student, I mean, we're hitting a lot of these things. So find ways to bring that stuff in when you're thinking about macro later on. I should also make note that I'm teaching an applied econ class in financial markets this term. I am bringing back alumni speakers for that. So if you have B3, some of these speakers like the COO of Robinhood is scheduled to come to class. They've been in the news, obviously. If you're free, I will send out those Zoom link and make those open for all econ students. So that should be another thing to put on your radar. So I'm excited. Hopefully this was helpful. And I will see you on Zoom or in person shortly.